Where do I even begin? Have you ever just had so many things on your mind and you can't even put them into words? So many things that you have going on that you can't exactly explain how you feel, but you just know that you're tired, you don't feel great, life just seems to be beating you down, and you just want to do nothing but stay home. You want to do nothing but lay in your bed. You want to do nothing but just be alone. It's not often that I'm lost for words. So I'm going to try my best to articulate myself the best way I possibly can in explaining how I feel right now. I am a father, a husband, business owner, entrepreneur. I am somebody that a lot of people look to for advice, that a lot of people come to for a sound ear, that a lot of people come to when they feel like they just can't talk to anybody at all. And throughout the week, many weeks, I hear story after story after story, situation after situation, issue after issue. I hear a lot. Really bad stuff, some good stuff, but mainly bad stuff. Because I always try to make myself available when somebody needs to talk or when somebody needs an ear or they need some advice. I always try to make myself available because I'm afraid that the one person that I tell, hey, I can't call right now, or I'm busy, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, that person's going to hurt themselves or they're going to make a bad choice because I was too busy. So I try to keep myself available as much as I possibly can. And I think that's probably a mistake because it causes me to cross my own boundaries, meaning I told myself that I would not involve myself in the problems of others, that I would not give life-altering advice, but just perspective. But sometimes people will corner you and they just really need to hear something that's going to give them hope. And then they want a yes or a no. And then I kind of have to give that to them just so they can have that peace of mind. The best way I can describe how I feel currently is I feel like my cup is like running dry. And it's causing me to just really feel out of it. Like today, I literally didn't want to do anything. Nothing. All this week, I didn't want to do anything. Like I had outside of work, because I know that I have to go to work. I know I got to do that. I got a family. I have to do what I have to do. But that doesn't mean I wanted to do it. I did it because it has to be done. And in life, sometimes you got to do things you really don't feel like doing. But outside of that, I would come home, retreat to my bedroom, and just lay down. Just lay there. And, watching videos here and there, and I'm not really doing a lot of social media, but I would just lay in my bed and not really have the motivation to do much of anything. My wife, she would come home and say, what are you doing? Why are you laying down? Why are you in bed? And I would just tell her, I'm tired, I'm worn out right now. I guess I could kind of start by how my week started, which is when this all started. On Monday, I lost my wallet. And I really don't like to talk much about finances and stuff, but I lost a lot of money. And when I mean a lot, a good deal of money. And of course, that put me in a really bad mood. Credit cards, debit cards, cash, you name it, everything was there. Driver's license, concealed carry license. I lost it all. And, my new cars just came in today. But that ain't the point. The point is it's gone, and I don't know where it is. So I have that on my mind. I've had it on my mind all week, and those scenarios play over in your head. Like, I just lost all this money. I need to get this money back, and yeah, so that's that right there. And then the world doesn't stop just because you have problems. That's something that I often tell other people. The world doesn't stop because you have problems. Time doesn't stop just because it's things are messing up for you. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. There's no timeout. There's barely any room to breathe. You still have to keep it going. And I believe, that when you put that on top of the daily priorities that I have, the duties of a dad, of a husband, of a business owner, of a friend, like all of these different hats that I wear, and your own feelings, you don't even have time to even sit and cope because all of these are so demanding. My wife, I found myself being kind of short-tempered, short-patient, I'll say, today. And, I've apologized to her. She didn't do anything, of course. That's what happens when we just feel on edge. The littlest things tend to take us out of our character. But that doesn't make it right. Of course, we're supposed to be, respectable to those that we love at all times. But, she is doing a good job at, just giving me my space, giving me time to process stuff. And because she knows, and so do I, that I won't stay in this place right here. Like, I won't stay here. I'm not going to be here. And it'll pass. It will. I find that, like a lot of us Americans, I've allowed work to take over my life. And it has sucked the fun dry. I don't do anything. Nothing. I go to work. I get up in the morning, some days, 3:45, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Some days I get home 7:30, which makes it kind of hard for me to commit to a lot of stuff like in the middle of the day. And before you know it, I have to come back home, do what I need to do with the family because, it's not in me to neglect my family. I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to do what I have to do, of course. But that leaves very little room for me to do some of the things that, I like to do. talking to a good friend of mine earlier, is gone to the gun range. I haven't been to the, I'm ashamed to say it, but I haven't been to the gun range in a couple of years, so I know I'm rusty. Oh, haven't been to the range in a couple of years. I probably play about 2 hours of video games a week, and I'm not joking. Like, I am not kidding at all. 2 hours a week. And to me, some of you out there, you may not be gamers, but that's therapeutic to me. I love it. It helps take my mind off of the world and my issues. And it helps me, just zen out, zone out, or whatever. Because it's something I've been doing since I was a kid. And I haven't been able to do that. I have not been able to I haven't been able to really get around nature. I did a lot of hiking over the last couple of years, and this year, I don't think I've been hiking at all. Last year, maybe once or so. We have specific areas in my hometown here where there's nothing but nature, just beautiful trees, and you can hear the birds, and it's just really nice, really nice. You go out there and turn your phone off and just meditate and just take in the serenity of nature. And that helps me mentally a lot, So, and I have not been able to do that because once again, I've been sucked into, just working. And the fact is, I think a lot of us are the same way. We have, what do you call it? Inflation, the cost of living is going up. Everyone's afraid of taking the day off to themselves. Everyone's afraid of leaving and going on vacation. Even though I am going on a vacation next week. We went on vacation last month. We have been getting a lot better with that. So I've kind of got adopted this mindset of not really caring anymore. You can either pay bills and die, or you can take a chance and go do something. The money will always come back to you, which is what I keep telling myself. The money will always come back to you. It's just like the money I lost in my wallet. It'll come back to me, hopefully very soon. The whole reason that I've decided to make this video is so that I can get my thoughts out. Because it wasn't coming out at all. It wasn't coming out. It was just lingering in my mind, lingering around and not really coming out. And I was like, I would say things to my wife, and she's, trying to be supportive, of course, but also being an ear more so than a sound voice. She does tell me, you should probably do less things that stress you out. I mean, who voluntarily does things to stress them out, right? What? There are some things I could probably let go of, and it would help me out tremendously as far as like reducing the amount of stress that I'm under. And one of those things is making myself a little less available. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I try to be a good friend. I really do. I don't want to be one of those friends that ignores his friends and doesn't step in at the sight of danger or try to be there to lend support. But I am available a little too much, and I never really put that boundary in stone. For a very long time now, I've told myself that no phones after 7 p.m. I think I broke that rule the same day I made that rule. I broke the rule. And I don't know why it's so hard for me to put my phone away before 7 a.m. Excuse me, p.m. I hope I didn't say a.m. in the first time, but 7 p.m. I mean, because if anyone needs you that late, I'm assuming it's urgent, right? And just adopting the mentality that, hey, you can't possibly be the only person that someone can reach out to, right? In some cases, I really am the only person that some people reach out to. Like, they will tell me, I got nobody else. So in my head, I'm like, mom, dad, siblings, anybody? Like, no. People need to create better friendships, or just get on better terms with the family. It's not good to dump everything on one person. And this is not me trying to make any of my friends who may watch these videos feel bad. Please don't take that the wrong way, but just understand that the more that we take in, you are chipping away at your mental health. Like therapists, right? So, therapists. This is something interesting that I learned recently. That therapists can only take so many clients. I think it's about 5, maybe 5 to 10 clients, something of that nature. Because if they take anything above the capacity that they're allowed to, it starts to seep over into their personal life. They start feeling bad. They start overthinking about their clients' ways as far as how they can serve them and get them out of the situation that they're in. It just gets bad when it's too much. And I am not a therapist, nor do I ever claim to be, nor do I want to be. But I do know that I could tell you from experience, when you take on too much at once, you really do start to feel broken down after a while. I'm talking about this. It really does feel good. It feels good to get it out. I was trying to encourage a brother of mine to start doing this himself, start making videos to get his thoughts out, because it helps. When you get it out, get it off your chest, get it out your mind. Like, it's not just a figure of speech, it's the truth. Get it out. Speak. Like I'm talking to a dog here, speak. But no, so there's a lot of things in which I need to do differently in my life. There's some things I need to stop doing as well. And some acceptance at some point needs to be put in place. I accept the fact that I'm not as young as I used to be. So the dexterity and the endurance of being able to handle multiple things, and I mean a lot of things at once, may not be there like it once was, which is okay, because the capability of solving problems and being able to be somebody that's dependable is still there, but I may just have to lower that capacity some so I can give that quality version of myself to people, just not a lot of people, and just say, hey, maybe you should consider going to a therapist or talking to a loved one or something, or do like some people do, give them a phone number to call. Some people would be like, well, I need to talk to somebody now. Call them. They will call you, or they will talk to you, or I'm sure they have 24-hour hotlines for emergencies. Start utilizing those. I'm going to start utilizing those as well, because I can't handle the burdens of other people too much longer. Because again, the way I feel right now is not depression. I definitely don't believe it's that. But it is mental exhaustion and a little bit of unfulfillment too, because there are things in my life that I just have not accomplished yet. And I'm doing what a lot of people tend to do, which is fall into the pitfall trap of comparing where I am currently in life to other people who are my age. And I learned that that's terrible and we shouldn't do that. And it's okay if you are not exactly where you want to be, but as long as you're trying your best to get there, that's all that matters. Because when you constantly compare yourself to other people, you have no joy. It is gone out of here. So we've learned to not do that. But that still doesn't change the feeling. I saw a rabbit over here. Wow. He's gone. Sorry. Not a squirrel moment, a rabbit moment. I just lost my train of thought. Wow. Nemo fish. Anyway, I've just learned to change my thought process as far as, where I am in life, and not to beat myself up or get myself down. God has a plan for all of us, and that can't be rushed, nor do I want to rush it. I would love to be a lot further in life. There's so many things I want to get done, so little time throughout the day. And I always ask my wife, what can I afford to let go of? What can I stop doing? What can I quit doing so I can pick that up or pick this up? When in actuality, maybe I don't need to be picking anything up. Maybe I just need to focus on the task that's at hand so I can continue to navigate forward. I am the type of person that actually does get overwhelmed pretty easily. I learned that about me. And that I can only take so much at once. Again, I can solve problems. I can help people a lot. I have a lot of knowledge. And you see all this white? I got wisdom. I've been on the earth for quite some time. So, but at the same time, when that button keeps getting pushed and people keep reaching out and I keep saying yes, not having the courage to say no, I end up burning myself out and getting hurt and not being any good to anybody. So as I age, I'm learning more and more about the importance of boundaries. I'm learning more and more about how you can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. You can't do everything. And it's okay to say no. And it's okay to say I can't. And it's okay to say not now, but to wait. It's okay to not finish something in a hurry. I mean, it's okay to take your time. Who are you racing against? That's my problem. I always feel like I'm racing against something. I always feel like I'm being rushed when no one's rushing me. Literally, no one's rushing me. And I always have it in the back of my head like people have this expectation of me to do things and do this and do that in a hurry when no one actually says that. So a lot of the stuff in which we go through, folks, we put on ourselves. And much like you, friend, who are watching this, I am learning life. I'm going through life the best that I possibly can with no instructions. Just trying to be a good man, a good father, a good husband, make an impact on this world, lead by example as well, and not fall into the pitfalls that a lot of people in society tend to fall in, and just be a light. Be a light. And not allow that light to get dimmed from mental exhaustion and get dimmed from compromising or get dimmed by crossing my boundaries to the point that it makes me feel like I'm incapable of doing anything because I'm so freaking tired. Enough of that. Enough is enough. You You live and you learn. Literally, you live life and you learn lessons as you travel through life. You cannot know everything that there is to know unless you have been through some things, which is why I'm very weary of some of these kids that come on YouTube that are 19, 20 years old trying to talk to me, somebody who's nearly 40, about life. When you still stay at home, when you have no kids, when you have never been in a relationship, when you're barely old enough to drink, but you want to talk to me about life. You need some EXP points, need some experience points before you decide to do that. But I understand this is YouTube and people tend to eat that stuff up and, anything for the views, right? But I'm not doing this for views. I'm doing this because I'm tired and I don't want to be tired. I want to feel good. I want to feel rested. I want to feel like life. And that means that I got decisions to make because there's literally nobody taking from me, but it's just me giving so much of myself that I'm just worn out. I don't even know who is going to resonate with this. You might, maybe not. I'm just going for a walk. This is the second walk I've gone on today. This is one of the longer videos. I know y'all probably don't like long videos, but I don't care. Sorry. I needed to get it out. And there's probably somebody out there who feels like they need to get out something. And so that you can feel better, because I already feel better, to be honest. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat and play some video games, chill out, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, go to church, come home, chill again, because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is going to be a very, very busy days for me as I get ready to go out of town Thursday. Hey, if you like this video, comment down below. How do you feel? I want to know. How do you feel right now? Are you feeling amazing? Are you tired? Are you sick and tired of life? Are you depressed, suffering from anxiety? Let's learn from each other. Let's grow together. Let's overcome and become better at the end of the day. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you next time. Peace.